Hi friends, thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. I'm going to do a quick tutorial today on how to do this beautiful puff stitch border. You can add this border on blankets, belts, cardigans, any project that you're working on at the moment. Now, what sets my tutorial apart from any other tutorial on YouTube is YouTube tutorials normally demonstrate a puff stitch that is quite rigid, and it almost looks like just random puffs on your piece of work. What I'm going to demonstrate today is how to get a beautiful, like, consistent puff stitch where your next puff stitch looks like it's built in or leading up from the one that you've previously completed. So if I just hold that back like that, can you see how that looks really consistent and it really stands out and it's really 3D? So I'll be demoing how to do that today. This is a belt for this cardigan that I've recently finished. It's an Irish crochet cardigan. There is a full tutorial available on how to make this for this cardigan that I've recently finished. It's an Irish crochet cardigan. There is a full tutorial available on how to make this. I've got quite a few shorts up on it. It's beautiful. Have a look, check it out. I've done a border for the cardigan just so far, and I'm going to do a demo on how I am going to add the puff stitch to my cardigan. So grab your yarn, grab your crochet hook. I'm using a 4mm for the border. This cardigan was crocheted using a 2.5mm hook. So because I want the border to stand out a little bit more 3D, I'm going with a bigger hook. So the first thing that I do is wrap the yarn around my crochet hook, and then I'm going to go right in to the corner of where I want to start. You don't have to start at a corner, you can start anywhere on your piece of work. And what we're going to do is we're just going to slip stitch and secure our work there. Go ahead and do another slip stitch, and the extra slip stitch is just going to add more definition to your work. And we're going to pull just a little bit and pick up some yarn, and we're going to make a puff stitch now. I'm going to go back and forth 5 times to achieve quite a defined puff. So we'll go ahead and do that now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I've got quite a lot of strands of yarn on my hook there. Pick up some yarn and pull through all of that. Chain 1 to secure your work. Now, first of all, this can be a little bit unnatural because when we crochet, we tend to go this way, isn't it? And then we flip our work around and we work this way again. We're kind of working backwards here. We're working towards the right side. And this cardigan, this is a right side up. Now, look at where your work falls, so your puff stitch would fall naturally. That's where you want to go in. I don't measure chains. I tend to just work kind of freehand, but this is what I wanted to demo. Now, commonly what you'd be recommended to do is go ahead and just do another puff stitch right in that space. Don't do that. Pull your work a little bit. Now, can you see where that puff stitch finishes? That would be right in that space there. Go ahead and slip stitch in there. And now pull your work a little bit, make it a little looser. And now make a puff stitch in that space there instead of there. This is what's going to give you that consistent effect. So pick up yarn from the back. We're going to go in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And pick up some yarn and pull through all of that. Chain 1 to secure your work. So your puff stitch would naturally fall about here. So go ahead and slip stitch into that space there, that chain rather. But instead of carrying on and making a puff stitch in that space there, we're going to go ahead and slip stitch into that space right there where that puff stitch kind of finishes. You'll notice a gap, and there will be a gap, but if you proceed like this, as I said, it gives it a really nice effect, almost like icing on a cake. So your work continues, your puff stitch continues from where your last one ended. I'll do a couple more as a demo. So I'm just going to loosen my work a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and pull through, slip, chain 1, sorry. And again, I would go here because that's where the work naturally falls, but instead of continuing here and making a puff stitch here, I'm gonna go ahead and single crochet into this space here. Guys, I hope what I'm describing makes sense. In fact, let me go ahead and do a little example of what this would look like if you follow the normal method of making a puff stitch. So if I carry on in that same space there where I finished or joined my last puff stitch, this is what it would look like. 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1, and I'd finish there. Ooh. Can you see how that's so much more gappy? There's a massive gap there, and it looks like, if I go back a little bit, if I carry on like this, it's going to look like these puff stitches have just been plonked on this piece of work. So instead of that, to make a beautiful consistent border, I'm just gonna remove that. I'm gonna, like I said, just single crochet into that space there and make my puff stitch in that space. 2, 3, 4, 5, pull through, chain 1, and go in that space there, and then just single crochet into that space there. I'll do a few more with you. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and pull through all your loops, chain 1, and you're gonna slip stitch where that would naturally fall, but then single crochet into that space there. That's what it's looking like so far, and leave a little bit of lag in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pull through, chain 1, naturally fall about there, and slip stitch just underneath that puff stitch again, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pull through, chain 1, fall about there, and single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, pull through, chain 1, and friends, I'll stop right there, but just to give you a little bit of an idea, that's what it looks like from afar. I think it's beautiful, and I hope that you like it too. I hope this video was helpful for you. Any questions, any comments, drop them below please, and please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, but it means the absolute world to me. Have a blessed day, and again, thank you for watching. Take care.